Hi, it's Naomi from Red Group, and this is your 2021-22 curriculum night video. And I would just like to start by introducing myself and a little bit more about myself. This is my 18th school year here, and for those years, by the way, fun fact, I've been in the kitchen. And so just a little segue there. I really love food. I love everything about food. I love all the nutrition. I love all of the macronutrients, the micronutrients, how to prepare food, all of that stuff. I love it. So if you guys have any questions regarding food and kids and nutrients and maybe some ways to get kids to try different things or to get different nutrients down maybe without them noticing, or honestly to teach them about them and get them to notice what they're eating, any of that, just feel free to let me know. So yeah, 18th school year here at Harvard Park. Prior to that, I taught for about 15 years in Seattle, which is where I did my college degree for early childhood education. And yeah, that's about it for my background in preschool and education. Beyond that, personal things. My husband and I have been married for 26 years. 26? Could be more. 27. Yes, because our son is 25. He actually recently moved to Arizona, so he's enjoying the warm sun and often texts us his weather report with a laughing emoji. So there's that. We enjoy hiking a lot. The big summer hike that we enjoy doing is the Enchantments. So if you ever, want a big 24-mile, very grueling all-day hike, that might be a good one. Also, I kind of obsessed about Hawaii. We've been there several times. We have family there, and I love everything about it. And fitness. So I actually work also for the YMCA. I teach group fitness and a lot of yoga, so that translates with us here. A lot of times before circle, we go out for a run and just to get our wiggles out and to get some fresh air and to get that heart rate up and then to bring it back down so that they can focus a little bit better. Also, we do a lot of yoga, so there is that. So now going into the skills that we would like to build and see happening, not unlike Green Group and Yellow Group, we self-help skills foundation. In Green Group and Yellow Group, maybe you're still trying to figure out how to get your coat on, how to get your shoes on. Now in Red Group, we are working on how to zip our jackets, how to tie our shoes, all of that. And getting dressed and undressed might look like trying to figure out which way to get your shirt on in Green Group. Now we're trying to figure out how, when we take our things off, to make sure that we don't take them off inside out, and if we do, how to fix that. So there's that. How to hold a writing utensil. So there's a lot of tweezing in our centers. There's a lot of Play-Doh just to get that hand strength, so that's there. And then also taking care of our personal space, our cubbies, making sure that they're clean and organized. You'll notice, look at this, I'm pointing to the top square of that cubby. So there's a water bottle and probably a art folder, which is a manila folder that we've been using to put all of our art in, so it's not everywhere. That art folder might change to like a peachy type folder. The manila folders are a little bit tricky for the kids to navigate. Under there is going to be your backpack with all of your extra clothes, and then in the bottom square of your cubby is all of your napping things. They are currently napping, so that's why there's nothing in that cubby. Yeah, so there's that. That kind of wraps up self-help. Going on to personal relationships, also something that we work on in Green Group and Yellow Group and bring through here to Red Group. We want to manage our own feelings. We want to acknowledge our own feelings. We want to be able to communicate our own feelings, whether it's nonverbal or verbal. And we also want to be able to recognize other feelings in other people and how to navigate those, and how to really work with how our feelings affect other people and how to get along. So there's that. Moving on to kind of that egocentric part of our kiddos. We want to bring our family culture to school. We want to combine those two things. So if there's any celebrations or any specific holidays that your family does, please share them with me so that your kids can feel like they're bringing their family culture into school, and we can tie that together there. Also, please feel free to grab me and talk to me, before 9 o'clock. I get here at 8:45, so it's only a 15-minute window, but, that's a time when you're dropping off your kids. You take your time, you check in with me. If you need my advice or help, or if you want to share something with me, that's a great time. At the back end of the day is also another nice time to check in with me. I'm here till 5:30. Yep, 5:30. And then email or all my socials are wide open. So I want that communication to be there. Also, something different this year than last year is you are encouraged to come in to the classroom, right? We want you to come all the way in. We want you to look at those little dots that are hanging up above. Each child has one with they're rotating pictures of skills that we're working on. Definitely come in and just check in. And that skills, that leads me to academics, right? So as I mentioned before, kids this age are super egocentric, so we want to work from their wheelhouse and then work our way out through the spokes to the bigger part of the wheel. So with that said, when we are learning letters, the sounds, what uppercase and lowercase looks like, how to recognize it, they start to see their own name start to show up in these letters, and they are practicing writing their own first and last names. They start to recognize those same letters in their friends' names, and then from themselves to their friends, then they're looking at books and they're starting to really see and feel how all of this fits together, and start to sound out those sounds and put all those letters together. So we'll always start from the individual and work our way out, right? So there's that. Also, with numbers as well, we go through calendar every day. We look for patterns in all kinds of things. We look for number patterns, color patterns. We learn shapes. All of that happens through play. In the centers that we have on the shelves, the group projects that we do, we're always pointing things out and understanding them and working through that. So I did want to take you over to the board really quick to show you what where the information board is. So sorry for the graininess of the video, but it is all the lights are off. It is nap time. So this is our parent board. So as you can see, it has the date on it. It has the theme. For example, this week we're talking about things that transform. And the reason why that came up is because we're working with something called the emergent curriculum. And right now a ton of our kids love Transformers. And so how are you going to spin that into really learning about the world around us? Well, because we can talk about nature. We're in the middle of a transformation right now between summer and fall, and we can use that to really connect the things that they like and the things that we would like them to get out of it. So in the bottom corner is the letter of the week. As you can see, we're reviewing all the letters that we've done up until now. We've got weekly objectives, we've got vocabulary, and then in this corner we have what is the requirement for show and tell. So for example, this week it was something that changes from one thing to another. It could have been a butterfly, a frog, an actual transformer, and it must fit in your cubby. So that board is going to be pretty important for you to come all the way through, because it's in the back of the room, right? So come all the way through and read the board. It gets updated at the end of the day on Fridays, and so it'll be fresh for the next week. And so yeah, there's that. We'll spin you around. Look at that, see? This is what nap time looks like. It's fantastic. Okay, time for me to get awkwardly close. Hopefully this works. Yes. Okay, so I'd like to wrap this up by once again letting you guys know that I'm available. Call through the front desk, email, whatever you need. I'm here for you, and I'd really like that communication to be happening. But before I let you go, I did want to check in with you guys about large motor. And a little piece of advice I have is to Give your kids the opportunity to be out of their shoes and socks as much as possible. Have their feet feel the dirt outside, the grass outside. Have their feet feel the carpet inside, the hardwood, and that gives them a sense of understanding themselves. It's the foundation, if you think about it, right? And if you think about when you stand up really tall and you lean forward, you feel your tummy pull in. If you lean back, you know, you might feel your glutes catch, or from side to side, you might feel your obliques. And the way your body shifts and all of that, it stems from your feet. So the more your kids can be out of their shoes and barefoot, the better. I don't know, that's just my little 2 cents at the end. But anyway, I hope this curriculum video was helpful. And as I mentioned before, if you have any questions or comments, please don't be shy. And yeah, I hope this helped. Peace out.